wanna.
Trying to get your water.
All right, cool. I got it.
Oh, it went from hell to cold. I tried quad polar Michigan. I swear,
Just Polar, Michigan.
it
At this
is
point.
crazy. Because I knew it was kind of hot up here, and then as soon as I went downstairs, I was like, "Oh, it's not that hot outside because it was cool downstairs."
Yeah, that's how you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice. And we already have two of our wondrous individuals. That's weird.
It didn't pop
Okay,
up,
so it is what I thought it was.
but
Yeah, for some reason Xander's name is somewhat different in the comments. I don't know why that's the case, but
shows up different in the comments.
yeah, but at least I knew the photo. I knew who I was looking at. Also, hey,
Hey, country
Country Gage, how you
gay,
doing? Hey,
Xander.
Xander, how y'all
Woo!
doing? Glad to see y'all back again, and welcome back to another episode of Box of Topics. Because you never know what you're gonna get. Oh boy, so we're gonna be on episode 60.
Yeah, we getting up there. We getting them numbers in episode after episode after episode. You know, I mean, but it's cool though, because once we get to 365, that means we did a whole
A
year.
whole year.
Right.
Consistently.
That's what's up.
Most people don't make it that far.
Hey, I'm shocked. But you know, it's like, we doing daily. I don't know. Do people normally do daily?
A lot of people who tend to try to have YouTube as a job, they'll upload sometimes 3 videos a day.
Really? Oh, okay.
They'll
I thought
record, edit, all that. And by the time they upload a video, they're already editing another one. Like it's
a constant.
yeah.
Okay. I thought like once a day. I thought we was like out there. But yeah, okay, 3 times a day. That's a lot.
Mm.
But yeah, I guess. I mean, you gotta get there somehow. You gotta keep it because I know. I was just saying about. I'm a fan of advertising because I know when the commercials come on when I'm watching something, and then by the time I've seen that same commercial for the 50th time, I'm like, you know what is this? What are we talking? Oh, why does it keep popping? So yeah. Oh, Xander says. Okay, so Courtney Gay says I'm back. Then Xander says, hey there, y'all. Then Xander says, yo, country, yo. Then, of course, country says, yo, what's up, Xander? And Xander says, been looking at new trailers. If I pick up another part-time job, I can afford the payments and my rent. What? Afford the payments and my rent. Okay. Been living in the place for 4 years now. It's just filled with memories I don't want to remember. Oh, okay.
Mm. Well, that's all
Looking
right.
at new trailers. Okay, so he branched out to a new trailer. That's what's up. I mean, everybody, I think, like, you get rid of your old shell, and blossom into a new shell. I think that's just growth in life.
Mm.
Yeah. Cause I'm definitely not at the same house I started at when
Oh
I
yeah,
was
definitely not.
born. Even once I got on my own, I'm not even at the same house I started at.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah, I raised the majority of my children here. The youngest, this is the only home he's ever known. He's never lived anywhere else, well, with me anyway. And then the next house I buy, I really feel like this was a great first home. It was the first time I ever purchased a home that I owned. So this was great. Now I know exactly what to get for my next home. Exactly what to get. I yeah, because of living here. Yeah. thinking about shaving my head. I do it every time I start fresh. I feel like that's now. Yeah, I know about that too. You're a fan of that, shaving your head, getting rid of all your hair, your everything. Yes. Not only does he shave his head, but he shaves his face. He get rid of all his hair. I'll be like, why? Why?
Better than letting it fall out.
Ah, he's a big fan of that. Yeah, so I mean, but you know, everybody has their start over ritual. I have one.
Mhm.
Everybody has to start over ritual, so you can feel like it's a new beginning. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
New beginnings are awesome. I think it's good to have that too to keep, keep your mind fresh as well. You look
That is true.
sleepy. Have you sleepy today?
Maybe. But that's
Yeah.
not the point. The point is we have these wondrous comes.
You say, I don't shave my goatee anymore. I look like a child. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, if I shave my facial hair, I look weird.
Yeah, once I get used to you with facial hair, you can't cut it off. Because I even know, I noticed when he shaved off his side, his beard on the sides. Because I was like, what's different about you? I do it every time.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Be like,
Yeah.
what's different? Yes.
I do find it funny the one time my elder sibling did that because I'm used to seeing him with a full on covered his face beard. So one time he shaved it all off. I didn't recognize him. I was like, who the heck is this random person in our house? And then when I finally realized who he was, I was like, ugh. Seeing him with a chin is weird. Right?
Yeah.
Like, cover that up.
Your face stops in a different place where it's assumed it stops when you have a beard. Yeah.
Yeah, so then when it's like it's down here, you're used to seeing a long face and it should ugh. Freaking cover that up. That's nudity. I'm trying to see all that.
Once I'm used to seeing my boys with facial hair and cutting it off, I'll be like, stop it. You look weird. Yeah, so it's definitely not a fan of clean shaving.
Yeah, fair enough. But I have a question for all of you funny folks at home. This is gonna be the fun little topic of today. What was any kind of it could be more broad, but for now, what was whatever kind of character or person you saw where it was just pretty much love at first sight, right? And sure, it could be a real life person, but for fun's sakes, if you got a fictional character, which character was that?
I think love at first sight is possible for anything,
True.
not just for a person. Because it's been certain cars I saw, it was love at first sight.
Mm-hmm.
And I still love the cars to this day. It's been shoes. Oh, some shoes I've seen, love at first sight. And sometimes I used to, as soon as I see them, they were in the basket, in the bag, in my car, and in my house. That was the routine. But now, sometimes, especially with shoes and clothes, because there's been some outfits I've seen too, love at first sight. But I'll like put it in my basket, then I'll walk away from it for a couple of days, then go back and see if I'm still excited. Now, if I'm still excited, like a week later, then yeah, I need that item. But yeah, I think that love at first sight is possible for a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Puppies,
Especially like your hobbies,
yeah.
because the first time I started like drawing and made a character, I was like, I like this. I like what this has become. I'm gonna keep doing this. Which maybe that's why I'm so tired. I just couldn't stop drawing today.
Okay, so Xander says my old friend Connor had a long beard. I saw a picture of him without it, and everyone in in the circle agreed he looked like a thumb. All right, then the
Mm.
guy had two gauge snake bites that he took out. Wait, no, if he took his plugs out and drank water, it would leak out of his face. Lovely.
Ooh.
Love, love, love. Okay, my first love at first sight was a piece of media. Scooby Doo, Where Are You, 1969. I had seen every Scooby Doo movie that has ever come out. Also, Velma sucked.
Yep. 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 100% agree with that.
The new Velma, I never watched
We
it.
don't consider her part of the franchise.
I never watched it.
Yeah.
I just it turned me off from as soon as I saw the picture.
Yeah, like it's so hard to describe in another piece of meat, but it's like, yeah, they took everything that people loved about Scooby Doo and just said, let's tarnish its name.
It was blasphemy.
It
But they did
was.
the same thing with Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Archie and Jughead, and they made that show Riverdale.
And also Halo with Paramount Plus. That was
I don't
just.
know. Yeah, I don't know why when they take animated characters.
And Dragon Ball Evolution.
Ugh,
All of those. Just, yeah, let's ruin it.
yeah, I don't know what it be about that, but it's just terrible. And I didn't like the fact that they did. Okay, first of all, what I don't like, and I get back in the day, everything white was all right. I
Mhm.
get that. So all the characters, cartoon characters, superheroes, all that. For the majority of them, they were white
Mhm.
and they were straight and they were whatever it is. What I don't like is them making existing characters into something else.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I mean, make new
Make
characters.
your own.
Yeah. You know how they make some of the characters now, some are gay, they change them from being white to black, they change them from the can you just leave those characters alone and come out with some new original characters who are black or who are gay or who are,
Instead of trying to, because so a lot of those characters, it's not like they were like, oh yeah, they have to be this way. It's just some of those characters, the way they're built, the way their hair and their entire design, they're built around being that exact shape. Like if somebody just took me and just white, what the heck is that?
exactly. It's like
Velma's not meant to be this shade. Like it's looks weird on her.
I didn't like that. When I saw they had changed Velma, is she supposed to be black? Okay, I didn't like that.
Well, black and part Puerto Rican.
I was just gonna say, it seems like from her coloring, it looks like she's probably Puerto Rican. He said Riverdale was horrible. It was. I couldn't even. I watched 10 minutes into the first show and never watched anything else ever again.
Yeah, okay. So me and my little brother, we tried watching Halo on Paramount Plus. Skip through a few scenes in a few different episodes, and I mean skip through. And oh my lord, I can make an entire shoot. I can make a whole series on how bad the series was, and why are people still funding me? And out of curiosity, I decided to see for myself. I watched through all of season 1 and 2 of Velma. So, if you liked any of the characters, you're not gonna like them. You're not.
Yeah, but it's just like okay, so Jackie Chan was an original cartoon. Didn't take a existing character and made him into an Asian person.
Yeah, no.
And Jackie Chan was awesome. I
Mhm.
used to watch that with y'all.
Oh, of course.
Oh, I used to love Jackie. Bad day, bad day, bad day. Boy, every running and stuff would be happening and he'd be trying to avoid it just like he do in the movies.
Mm.
But after while he's running from it or dodging it, he'd be like, bad day, bad day, bad day. I love that. Then he had the little niece and then uncle. And it was an original cartoon. It wasn't pulling nobody and changing their gender or changing their race or nothing. And it was a great cartoon. So, you know, cartoon people, if you are listening, leave the cartoons alone. I mean, you can't go. I don't like when people try to rewrite history. Okay, so America has a screwed up history. Okay, we accept that. We know. Just going forward, do something different.
Like, and then for those who try to be.
The new Superboy that is gay, it is different. It is a different person that took the Superboy monkey like Halle Berry's Catwoman wasn't Selena Kyle. Just my opinion. Like if one of the 1,000,000 Robins were gay. Okay. But you know, originally though, the first Catwoman was Eartha Kitt. And then they changed it because people was getting upset about the fact that Batman was getting that close to a woman of color.
Yeah, like I know.
Yeah.
Because
so
everything
honestly,
about her demeanor seemed,
Yeah, with Halle Berry playing the role, she's just copying the original how it was originally.
Yeah, it's more accurate.
Yeah, it's more accurate to the show than people realize.
Yeah, and me, I personally think, like, when it comes to those people who be lazy with it, they'll have one person be authentic, and then that's it. Then everything else just out the window.
I know.
That's so weird to me.
It's like the weirder and the weirder the Joker keeps getting. Like, I don't know.
You know,
to me, it's like, okay, I get it that, you know, he's unbalanced and all that stuff. And maybe I'm still stuck on the original Batman that I used to watch when I was a kid. But I swear, the Joker gets more and more insane. Like, it seems like they want to go off the rails with it, but they just go as far as they can get away with. That's what it seemed like.
And, okay, I can appreciate every single version of Joker, except for the one from Suicide Squad. That's the only one I can't get with. But all the other ones, all their different versions, all their different impressions, fair enough. Heck, even the Phoenix one, I like him because his is more, tragic or whatever. But
I was just like, if you're gonna do all that, then it should be like Robin, like how so many different versions.
So many
of Robin.
different versions, yeah.
Yeah, make a different version of Joker.
Yeah, and I like how each one of them still feels like the Joker. Like, it's a different person, but it still feels like him. But so far, I've seen two different Jokers to where it didn't feel like, it didn't give me the same vibe. And they're both from two different. Yeah, both from that same thing. One from the movie and one from the game.
Let me see, hold on. Life is, okay. Eartha Kitt was the best without doubt. Michelle Pfeiffer was my introduction, which is hilarious. Joker is an issue now. Like a glamorized, romanticized version of this once beloved character.
Yeah.
Oh, although I did like Michelle Pfeiffer's. Actually, out of all the Batmans, Michael Keaton is my favorite. And I like Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman too. And she's a little more crazy than I would have liked though. But I don't know why everybody in Batman's got to be a little.
I mean, to be fair, it's Batman. They're all in
Yeah,
Gotham.
but it's like all the villains.
It's like more Detroit. Like, people are crazy here. Like, fair enough.
Well, it's just all the villains got like a little screwed, like just a little loose, with the exception of Lex Luthor. Now, in the movies.
Well, I mean, he's not really Batman, but fair enough.
Oh wait.
That's
I'm mixing them right. Well, go figure. No wonder Lex Luthor isn't baddie. But yeah, all the Batmans villains, all of them got they got a little something going on.
Yeah, Penguin's crazy. Harley Quinn, definitely. Joker, yeah. Deadshot, yeah. There's two different Deadshots. That's the funny part. And people even talk about, like, people in Universal. Wasn't there a white Deadshot? And how about you shut up? Like,
Yeah. All
and then,
Batman's villains are,
especially the Mad Hatter, duh.
yeah, everybody missing some screws. I was a teenager doing the Suicide Squad. Harley praise. I was worried for all those women and the way they wanted this evil man.
You know, like,
Oh wait, to the ring came in.
hey,
Hey,
Joey, how's everything
how's
going?
everything going?
Yeah,
Yes.
like, perfect example, like, in Halo, the Master Chief, never see his face, ever. Like, people still don't know what he looks like.
Yeah, except for in Paramount Plus, they showed it already.
So, anywho, that ain't, no. But it's like, the one thing people do know about him is that he has, like, orange hair. Like, he has, yeah. And that's the only thing we know, like, from, like, comic books or whatever. So, they got a guy who has orange hair naturally, and that's as far as they went with it. He never keeps on his helmet. We know exactly what he looks like. For some reason, he has emotion problems. That doesn't make sense. Like, there's so many different things where it's like, dog, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He can't fight. He can't jump. He can't backflip. He can't.
Ooh, I gotta wake up at 4:30 a.m. All right, to the rink.
Salute to you.
But all that dedication, though, it's gonna come. It's gonna pan out in the end. You go to the Olympics and then you start getting your sponsors and stuff. Ooh, and you be on the front of the Wheaties. Do they still put the Olympic Olympic people on the front of the Wheaties box?
They probably do. They probably do.
Yes, you'll be on the front.
Man, that'd be so funny.
Going to the airport. All right, that's what's up.
Well, all right.
Safe travels.
Indeed.
Yes. Is that you're going for a tournament or a competition? Let's say tournament.
Tournament, competition,
I think it's
national.
only competitions, yeah, that they have. I don't think it's no tournament. Tournaments is it's like gamers. I don't think skaters have tournaments like to the finish.
I mean, technically.
Yes, competition in Colorado. Ooh, that's nice. But you know, though, when you going for the competitions and stuff, when you fly out to different places like that to the ring, do y'all have some time to explore where you are, or is it straight there, straight back?
You know, like, everyone get your rest. You're about to go right out to the rink immediately. Get some practice in. All right, go back to your rooms, get some sleep. All right, the match is starting. Go up there, knock them dead, break a leg. Maybe one of theirs. Don't get caught. And then after that, it's like, all right, you did good. You did a good job. Here's your medal. Let's go home.
So, yeah. Do you get any chill time to go explore wherever you are? You know, maybe check out the city, see some of the sights?
You know?
Or is it just, hey, we're done, back to the plane?
You know? And that's how some of the band people are.
I was about to say, that's how band was.
Yeah.
Man, it wasn't it was get back on the bus, let's hit the road. It wasn't no go back to the hotel. Oh, no.
They get there, go to the hotel, chill out, sleep, go out, Golden Corral, right back to performance, perform, get on the bus, go home.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be busy because I have a camp and lessons with two of the best coaches in the world. Okay. Yeah, we can explore anywhere we want. Okay, that's what's up.
Oh, okay. So that's cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because even though we would get there and it would be early enough where the kids could just go, you know, get a little time in, and then they have to go to bed. Then the performance would happen, and it'd be that long march, 25 miles. Man.
Instrument in hand.
And then after that, then it was get on the bus, and it was usually after the parade, whatever, that's when we was going back home. Yep. any exploring, whatever. It was always before the parades, before the performances. Yep, I have days from 5 to 7 at the rink. I mean, from 7 to 5. Oh,
Mm.
yes. Yep, I have days from 7 to 5 at the rink. Okay. Then after that, yeah, cause I'm a band mom. I guess you never stop being a band mom.
Yeah, that's like whenever I tell somebody like once a parent, always a parent. You kind
Yeah,
of don't stop. No, I guess I'm done.
yeah, I'm a band mom, and when my kids were in band, we would go to Mardi Gras and perform. Uh, they would go all over the country actually, and different performances. And then yeah, when the only time that they would get to explore after the performance is if we were here. And afterwards, they explore and all that, and then go back. Cause I remember that's when we was at the state fair.
Mm.
All right, gotta go to bed. You do that. See you
All
later,
right.
alligator.
Aw, after
All
a
right,
while,
Tillery.
crocodile, you have a nice time.
Yes. Do the U.S. proud. Well, they lucky to have you, actually. U.S.
You
is
know,
lucky to have you. So I can wait to see.
that's what I'm saying. Like, what? And then watch this be like some. Did you see me on the Wheat Thins box? I did. I bought one. Yeah.
Right.
That's gonna be fun.
Yes. We gonna celebrate all your successes to the rank.
Hmm. Is that who I think it is?
So,
It's RKS
RKS Mutual!
Mutual.
What's up?
How you doing? How you been? How was
We
your 4th of
missed
July?
you. Yes, how was your fourth? What did you do? Oh, probably something great in Hawaii. All right, all right. Let me gear myself up. Get ready.
You know. Well, first, come on, some. You know the performances they be seen in like Lilo and Stitch? Yeah, yeah, pretty much close.
I was friends. Oh wait. Oh, RKS Mutual say peanut butter jelly time.
Yeah.
Xander says I was friends with the band kids. I played D&D with
Okay.
them every week. Just the school delinquent rolling dice with the nerds. I think that's funny.
Hey, same here.
What is D&D?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you gotta keep me up on them.
What do you mean? We talked about this already.
But I forget. I'm
Ah,
200 and I'll be 250
but you
for
already
my
were.
birthday. 251.
Ah,
On my birthday. So yes, you have to remind me of these things. I forget.
got you. But I will say, the reason why I thought of this fun little topic is because, I asked my mom this earlier this morning. I was telling her, I was like, well, one of my immediate loved characters at first sight was General Grievous from Star Wars. And honestly, I don't even know that much about him. I don't need to. It's just the fact that he's real cool, he's tall, he has like a skeletal like look to him. He'd be quad wielding 4 different lightsabers. And all I saw was just that one scene of Kenobi dropping down. Hello there. Just for him to turn around. General Kenobi. I'm like, yeah, I like that.
That's it.
That's all it took.
That's all it took.
I don't even know anything else. And then one of my friends was telling me, like, he had a very tragic time. That's like, he had a tragic backstory that caused him to look like that. I was like, it's probably where the name Grievous comes in. I mean, it's probably still grieving. Jeez, poor
I
dude.
mean, hey.
Still my favorite.
Yes, but
Same like Darth Maul. I love Darth Maul. Don't talk.
when people hear I say I play D&D, they're like, "Oh, that game from Stranger Things," and I just sigh and say, "Yeah, that
Yeah,
game from Stranger Things."
sure. Even though
Right.
it's its own complete original thing.
It's been Dungeons and Dragons has been out forever.
And it's been parodied in everything.
I know
everyone has done Dungeons and
then
Dragons.
it was a thing where a lot of people that would play it, they were disconnecting themselves from life. Yeah. It was a whole thing where they was telling people don't play because when it first came out, it was a lot of people that would disconnect from life because they was playing Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
What?
I couldn't tell you.
I thought you meant like, oh, they'd be fully immersed in it. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But no, what? I gotta look that up.
Xander says 1975 is when D&D was released. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's been out forever, and I remember, yeah, for a minute, a lot of people they were saying like it was a Dungeons and Dragons curse because a lot of people they play, and yeah, it was out of here.
I
I'm
spent
like,
so much time and effort on this character. Well, now they're dead. Ah!
no, not the actual people.
No, I know, but I feel like that'd be one of the things that make people just go, "That's it, I'm out of here."
It was part of the satanic panic in 1970s and 80s.
Yeah.
Okay, see?
Yeah, because I
We
remember
heard about
as we were talking about it, I remember when we was watching Young Sheldon, he was trying to play Dungeons and Dragons with his Asian friend, and then his mom was like, no, we can't be having. No, wait, his friend was not Asian. Anyway, but yeah, he was trying to play Dungeons and Dragons with his friend, and his mom was like, oh, this satanic game, get it out of here. Which, in all honesty, that'd be so funny if they have another show like that and just. So I've been watching this fun little entertainer on YouTube. Oh, that's great, sweetie. What's his name? Halo Devil. Get that out of here. He a worshiper. Get him out.
You never know.
That's what a lot of people assume.
I gotta start exercising because there's so much food in this house, and I just keep eating and eating and eating and eating and eating.
You can just start doing this and that.
Man, I've been doing all types of stuff while I'm laying on the bed. Like, Lord, I'm about to blow up, and not the way I want to. Like, oh Lord. But the food is so good, I can't stop myself.
Oh.
I told you. I can't.
I know.
I can't lose.
I usually don't like turkey, but
Oh God, wasn't it so good? Jesus.
What did you do?
Cut 'em. It's one of my special interests, D&D and the Satanic Panic.
Yeah.
I like the way that song goes.
Satanic
Panic. Right. I use a
spread.
funny voice with that. As you're part of the Satanic Panic, you gotta be worried about it, Shane.
Yeah, I was just saying, man, Shane, there's a satanic panic going on. Man.
Woo!
Yeah.
But,
I won't lie. Earlier, I was watching quite a lot of different drawing videos, animation videos, which put me on a rabbit hole. And then I saw people's voice impressions. And upon listening to other people's voice impressions, it made me realize, wow, I'm really good at mine.
You are good. You're excellent.
Yeah.
But I get it though. I got a lot of talent. I don't believe in my talent. Your sister's the same thing. She's got a lot of talent. She didn't believe in hers.
Huh.
I think that's just like a family trait.
I feel like that's just like a normal thing where people tend to humble themselves a little too hard.
Yeah, instead of just because we've been so programmed to think that if you believe in yourself too much, that's being cocky or conceited. So people always underplay or dull they shine. Yeah, so that they don't, boast themselves too much to not appear to be cocky or conceited.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I will say be cocky, be conceited. Oh, it's okay to be confident, but not cocky. I'm sorry. If you're confident, you're going to come off as cocky. So do it. Just
might as well.
Just shine. Outshine the sun, damn it. Shine. I want everybody to be their 100,000% best self. I think we all should. Also, let's see. Also, my neighbor called me and woke me up this morning asking if I could grab her laundry. I did, and when I delivered it, she said, I made you a hamburger. I love my neighbors. Yeah,
That's funny.
the pregnant lady that's cooking for you, that's
Uh,
awesome.
you guys are so cool.
I know.
Shoot,
But
you
it's,
should probably tell her about us. Yeah, if she got some free time.
I love community though. I love kind, considerate community. I
Mm,
do. And when you got just a bunch of people all coming together, helping, and nobody is trying to take advantage. I
mm.
like that.
Because it definitely helps everyone just, ooh.
It does. It lifts everybody up. That's what I like to have in real life.
Hey everyone, my dad made gumbo. What the heck was that?
Ice machine.
Why did it look like it popped up for a little bit? What?
It be doing some
Did it
violence. So
not like the word gumbo? What was that?
it be throwing the ice these
I
days.
see that now. Violent.
That's like I stopped getting money out of the well, I don't go to Walmart anymore, but when I used to shop at Walmart, I stopped getting money out of the thing because it would throw money at me.
Peasant.
I know, like
Dang.
I know, rude much. Like okay,
So I wonder, what are some other characters that I like saw and immediately was like, I like that character.
Raditz
I was just gonna say Raditz from
from
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball. Ooh,
Love that guy, and I'm
I
still
love
aiming
that.
to do an impression of his voice perfectly,
Now, if there's any men out there that looks like Raditz,
and not like a live action. But I mean, absolutely straight off the paper.
just straight off the paper, look just like Radix. I imagine Radix is probably about 6'4", 6'5".
Oh yeah,
Call me.
he's definitely around that. No.
He's tall.
He's much taller than his brother. His brother's like 5'9". So
6'4",
yes,
6'5".
but
Said it.
like you'd be towering over him. So
Okay, 5'9" is not that tall.
yeah, I know, but I'm just yeah, probably around
I'm
my
good
height.
at heights. So anything, anybody out there look just like Radix, like killed right off the page and boop, and then there. Call me. Call me. I just think Radix is
He
everything.
is so cool. And
Oh my
then
god.
uh, I've seen him in a whole bunch of different art, or people make different costumes for him. I'm like, that's so cool. That's so cool. I need to do that. Just go ahead, make a different costume for him.
You know, everybody be doing that AI stuff. Why don't we do some AI of the Dragon Ball Z characters walking down
No,
the runway in suits?
I'll draw him in a suit.
Now I said it. Now why somebody steal it?
Well, no, I mean I've already seen a bunch of the Dragon Ball characters in suits and everything. So
But I'm talking about the AI walking down the runway videos. Have you
no,
seen?
I'll draw it first.
Ah. Wait, let's see. I'm looking into outdoor furniture. Oh, is that supposed to be hung out with a 20-year-old, with this 20-year-old kid that lives across the way? He stopped me and said, I, what? And we sat outside. Wait, he stopped and said, and we sat outside from 10 a.m. to well after dark. I
Oh,
should probably have a place for them to sit other than the ground. I mean, okay, so it depends though. I mean, do you have company on a regular? Then yeah, you can look into some furniture. And I can tell you what you can do since you're on a limited budget. Look on Facebook and see if anybody is giving away a patio set. I've seen that multiple times. Like where we stay in the hood. But in the suburb areas, the richer suburban areas, I see it all the time. They'll be, oh, we're remodeling and we're getting rid of it. And the set be nice. Be the table, some chairs, an umbrella, all that. They're just getting rid of it because they're remodeling and they're
it
getting a
doesn't
whole
fit my
new.
feng shui.
Exactly.
Well, it fits mine. Thanks.
Yeah, so you never know. I mean, if you're gonna have company often, then yeah, I would invest in furniture. But if it's just gonna be a every so often thing, don't
Maybe
worry
a
about
lawn
it.
chair.
Folding chairs,
Mm,
and little something, something.
the man. And then, yeah, man, once I do get a nice little impression of where it's going, because I feel like I'm close, but not quite there. I'm gonna
Who
get,
else do you like? Like,
uh, ooh. I know there's like another Dragon Ball character that second I saw him, cool, which is a character named Janemba. Love that dude. He should never lost. Um, and he doesn't even talk at all. Like I can do his impression, no problem. But he doesn't even talk at all. He's just crazy monster. I don't care. He looks cool, and he has a sword.
I
Can't get much better than that.
still love Daniel from off of Mr. Rogers.
Oh, Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, the original Daniel.
I've never seen him.
Oh, Mr. Rogers, you've never seen the original Daniel?
Let me tell you exactly how that process works. All right, so after I get done watching something like I don't know Oswald, Make Way for Naughty, freaking Sprout. Once I get done watching them, um, there would be two shows, right, where I would just immediately tune out. 3, 4. Thomas the Tank Engine, click. JJ Jetplane, nope. Mr. Rogers, cool, click. And then there's In Between the Lines where I just wait until I see Cliffhanger. And then after he's out, I'm out. So it'd be those shows, which is weird because a lot of the shows, that I mentioned has a lot of like real people or more live action stuff to it, which I never gravitated towards. I was more for the cartoony stuff. Weird how I still got into Sesame Street though.
Oh, Sesame Street is super cool. I mean, I would watch it. I would catch a couple of episodes of that now. Sesame Street is super cool. The old Electric Company I like. I don't care for the new Electric Company.
I enjoyed it.
A lot of the characters went from that and are on like major TV shows.
I still was not ready to see the one black guy from Electric Company be on Law and Order and curse. I was, ooh. For anybody out there who watches like certain like baby shows or kid shows, you're like, oh, I like this character, and then you see him later on a TV show. I can do it. Oh my god, you can say that?
People tend to linger around my spot for a while when we talk long enough to have a cooler, several chairs, and some decor. That's what's up. There's nothing wrong with being the house where, you draw the crowd. I I I used to want to be that house, but now I got such a paranoia about strange butts on my toilet seat where the only way I can have company now is if I had a couple of not outhouses, but what are the, no, they're not called outhouses. What are
Porta potties?
porta potties? Yep, that's the only way I can have company now. If I had like maybe about 5 or 6 porta potties, and then I could invite a lot of people over. But as far as just strangers in my bathroom, oh, because I'm the type of person who when I clean my bathroom, I know every butt that's been on the seat. I'm related to every butt that's been on the seat. So I don't have a problem with sticking my hand in there and washing it, even with or without gloves. It doesn't bother me. But if I have strangers on the toilet, I need gloves.
I don't care whose butt's been on there. I don't care if it's only been mine. I'm wearing gloves
Well,
because for me personally, I know like yeah, whatever, but I don't just. I wonder what's back there. No, I'm wearing gloves.
well, see, the difference is everybody uses their own bathroom because they're all like 10 to 20 feet away. Okay. But yeah, no, the reason why it doesn't bother me is probably because every butt that's been on my toilet seat is butts that I've changed.
Answer.
Yeah. I've changed every butt that's been on the toilet. So it's like, yeah, it's the same thing. It's just in a larger scale. But yeah, I'll wash my toilet in a minute and won't have gloves on. It doesn't bother me. But yeah, strangers in my bathroom, it's gonna change. I don't know, somewhere in my mentals, it's not gonna go over too well. I'm gonna be like, eh.
Don't you love that your parents will change your diaper until you learn how to do it yourself?
Change your diaper yourself. If you changing your own diaper, you are old enough to have your ass on that pot.
Well, I
There's
mean,
no reason.
not like technical sense. You go, whatever, wipe, done, and then at some point you change out your underwear. That's like the closest you getting to changing your own diaper.
Oh no, okay, I don't know. Say, nope. You all, because I remember I was at a friend's house, and so the baby, she kept saying the baby, the baby. So I'm looking at this little kid walks up with the fresh diaper, the thing of wipes, and the powder, puts it next to her, lays on the floor under the tabs on each side of the diaper, and was waiting. I was like, bro, if you get into all that, you can take your butt to you big enough to go to the bathroom. There's no reason why. And I mean, literally, he came up. He
Here's the stuff.
big old, about this tall. He had to be about 3 for sure, going on 4. With still with a pacifier in his mouth, and he holds it. Because when I saw him with the wipes and the
Thought he was
powder,
coming to help.
and in my mind, I'm thinking like, wait, what's wrong with this picture? Then he walks up, puts it all right there next to her, a little table next to her, then laid down by her feet, and then like undid the tab on both sides. It was like, I was like, oh no, you need to be on the potty, boo. That's too much. Sorry, I had to leave, but I'm back. Hey, Court, Country Gage, and Kyle. Oh no, Kaya. No, K. Brush. Shoot. Oh boy, can you laugh? Okay. Xander,
Yes, I
adults
can.
can't wear diapers and change their own though, so checkmate. Also, I can tell y'all a random story about a cosplayer at an anime con I went to. I'm sorry, Kay Brushnitinsky. I know I'm butchering that last name. I apologize in advance. Yeah. Oh well. I mean, adults wearing diapers. I mean, what can you do? If you get to the part where you can't control it no more, it happens. So
Yeah,
yeah.
but man, that man said checkmate. Alright, fair enough.
But still, no, a toddler, you no change. If you doing no, you
No.
doing that much, potty time. It's
Mm.
potty time for sure.
Me though, definitely whenever I do become a father, once my kid gets to the point where I feel like they're ready to be in the potty, we're not gonna do the old little plastic sit down, good job, now I have to scrub that. No. It's going straight from diaper to the real thing. Right?
No, they got adapters. That's what I call them.
Yeah, like I'm gonna put down the adapter and all
With my
that.
oldest, I got the potty, and he do his business in the potty, and then later you got to go back and get all that stuff out. Oh, it was gross. It was super gross. And he was eating food too. Oh, you just basically cleaning up behind. Oh, so
We're
no.
throwing this immediately out.
That lasted for, I want to say 2 months. Then I found out they had it. I called the adapter. It fits on the toilet. They got little stairs that they can walk up and handles where they can hold on. Or they got the ones that like it's like a little chair. And you put it up there and it holds them. Bam. And then, so at the time I was married, my husband was complaining, we just bought a potty. I don't care. I was like, unless you're going to clean it. Every time I hit him with that, oh, fine.
Whatever.
Right.
Because no one want to be bothered with it.
No, ooh, that's a lot.
That's
It's a lot, especially when kids start eating food. You basically are just
cleaning up after an adult.
Yes, you just clean up ish.
Hey, ish happens.
Yes. So it's like, and even though I'm a mother and all that, I don't have a strong stomach for all that. I do not. So anything to make my life easier when I'm not cleaning up poop behind a human or animal, anything. I don't like dealing with, I don't like smelling my own poop. So I don't want to deal with
No
nobody
one else's.
else. Does that make me bougie? Maybe. I don't care.
No, that makes you correct. What? Are you bougie? Then you're nasty.
I just
Like, what's up? What?
that was never my jam, and I've raised a lot of kids too. As long as they on that baby food, not even the baby food is kind of iffy, but as long as they on that milk, oh, we good, we good. No, it's just spoiled milk coming out. Yeah,
Wait.
right, I'm good. So, baby, when you start adding that food and those spices and all that,
Seasoning?
woo!
Solid foods?
Yeah, we on something different now.
Yeah, no.
Okay, let's see. My cousin came with me to the con to get chicks, which did not work, by the way. He hit on these Katana and Melina cosplayers that were holding hands. Katana looked back and said in a deep voice, "Thanks." Man, it was a guy and his girlfriend. I mean, that happens.
You know what? In all honesty, that seems like something I would do. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because one of my friends did that. There's this one male character that's usually cosplayed as female. Like females usually cosplay as this guy because he doesn't have no muscles, so I guess. And yeah, his name's Inuyasha, and one of my friends he cosplays at him. And here's the funny thing: he covered up the bottom part of his face, so from this part up, couldn't tell it was a guy. And I'm like, oh my god, you look so cute. Oh, thanks, man. Like, it's like, why do you do that? But at the same time, I do that. Especially if my girlfriend goes, oh, me, you should cosplay as these two people. And whatever, why not? Shoot, it's not gonna hurt nobody, except for the few people who it's gonna. Dang, girl, you look nice. Oh, thanks, man. That's from my heart.
Right. I mean, that's common though. When you go to the cons, the guys dress up as female characters, females dress up as male characters. This it's just a fluid audience. There's no set gender thing that you have to go by when you participate in cosplay,
Which,
which I think is cool.
me personally, second I see a character I like, I don't care what you are. You dressed as that character? Hey, because I remember I saw a guy dressed as Daisy. I was like, yes, sir.
He was so upset, and I couldn't stop laughing. He punched me in the stomach, but it was worth it. Right. That's funny.
That's funny.
I mean, but that happened to your brother one time, too, because, y'all are gentlemen. I've taught all y'all to be gentlemen. And so he was grabbing the door for this lady, and then on the way out, she was like, thanks, boo.
Thanks, man.
Right. And we was like, oh, okay. And then so he was like, hey, you know, all ladies weren't born ladies.
Like, that's how it also was. Like, when I was at the Unicon, there was a lady dressed up as, cosplaying a male character. But she pulled it off. Hey, cool costume. I mean, of course, she wasn't built like him. No, it's kind of hard to do that. But anywho, I like, but yeah, I liked her costume. It was cool. It was nice. For some reason, she was a hugger, so I already knew what that meant.
So when is Unicon going to be this year? Here?
Probably around the same time, around October.
October. I want to make it this time. I hope I'm healed enough and no extra surgeries around that time. Although I did say I wanted my surgeries to be back to back to back to back to back. And I figured it's going to be about 2 years of my life that I'm going to be dedicated to having surgeries and healing from surgeries. But I do want to just get it over with so I can go on.
Yeah.
Once it's all said and done. So I would like to participate in the Humacon this year because it was nice. Every time I was dropping you off, I was just like, ooh, 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 and I'm like, man, I could have been in there going, ooh, 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 ooh,
You know,
instead of from the car.
because it was nice in there.
It did seem nice too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I hooked. Wait. Let's see. I hooked up with the security guard that night. He came with me to the bar. Wait. Okay. I hooked up with the security guard that night. He came with me to the bar. She bought me drinks. I left him $50 in cash for an Uber. He spent it all on drinks and called my mom pitching a fit. I got that call at 2 a.m. Saturday morning. Mm-mm-mm. He spent it all on drinks and called my mom pitching a fit. What was the purpose of him calling your mother though? Like,
You're the stories you tell us feel like a movie set up, and honestly, I want to see it like scripted.
yeah, it's like what? Why would he call your mother though? It's like
What does she have to do with the whole scenario?
right. I would be like, what? Why are you calling me? And then, dog, you call me at 2 in the morning, and I'm laying in my bed peacefully sleeping. I ain't had nothing to do with the situation. You called me and woke me up for what? You not dying? Oh wait, where are you? Cause you're gonna be
Mm,
by the time I get there. Oh, bro.
I still find it funny that like because I'm a naturally friendly person, um, yeah, and apparently one thing that's common. Uh, how do you say that? It's mislabeled. I don't know, misunderstood. Yeah, misunderstood when it comes to people that are Libras is that whenever they're being friendly, people often mistake it for flirtation, which I'm just
That's you know what? That's not just a Libra thing. I'm telling
yeah.
you, I have gotten to the point now where guys be flirting with me and it just goes totally on my head, and I'll be asking other people like, "Are they flirting with me?" Because I'm just like I'm oblivious to it now.
Yes, same.
Yeah, I don't. I remove myself. I guess because I don't want a relationship. Absolutely not. I
I'm
don't
already
care.
good.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm already good. So
yeah, and I don't care who it is. I don't care. It could be a multi-trillion billionaire that would drop on his knee and offer me a ring. I would be like, eh, I do not want a relationship at all. I'm not. I don't think they are for me, to be honest. So, when guys be flirting with me and stuff, and I'm just going on about my business and stuff, and they be and like y'all be looking at me too, like I be like, what?
oh, you didn't notice?
Yeah, and I be like, was he flirting? I be letting it go
But
over my head.
but at the same time, like when it happens to you, it's like because like I said, when that lady in the cosplay, she was like, "Oh, I'm a hugger," and she gave me a hug that lasted pretty long. And I was like, "Okay, I think I understand what this is." And before I could even like get another word out, one of my friends grabbed the crap out of my shoulder and just went, "Stop flirting and let's go." I'm not even doing anything.
Lord, wait, hold on. Let's see. Uh, my was who drove us all in her car. He didn't drive to the city himself. We were all staying in a hotel in the city. I left the security guard's cat car. Okay. I'm like, okay. She didn't want him, and he was salty about that. I'm cute and you're creepy, cuz get over it and let me have my weekend. My mom drove us. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But still, I hate that too. I got friends that's haters like that. Now, I used to hang out with a friend, and as long as, because I would just go out because I wasn't looking for any attention. So I would have like a lumberjack outfit on, or like a long flannel shirt with some wide leg pants or something else. So she told me to stop dressing like that because everybody thought that I was her boyfriend or her, that we were a
Oh,
lesbian couple. So I was like, okay. So I started dressing cute. Now, once I started dressing cute, now guys are paying me some attention. But she's mad that the guys are paying me attention. But you told me to get cute. I was fine in my lumberjack outfit.
and then on top of that, why didn't you correct them? Oh, that's your boo.
No, she would tell them no, but guys wouldn't even approach. Like they would think that we were a couple, so they wouldn't. Because I would be good for it. I put on my long. I had two of them. I had a blue and black one, and I had a red and black. And it was a long flannel shirt. And then it was these wide leg jeans that I had. I had a pair that was blue and a pair that was black. And I would just swap them up and wear my boots. I had these like steel toe boots. They looked like Timberlands, but they wasn't.
Mm.
I just wear those. I'll just switch them up and put my hair in a ponytail. No makeup.
And
No
there it
nothing.
is. That the second you put your hair back in a ponytail, that's the immediate people. Yeah, she's wearing literally the pants in the relationship.
Let's see. Like I gave you enough for 2 drinks and sandwich and the Uber. It was right down the street. I walked 10 times as far drunk. And he wasn't drunk when I left, so I tried, and that was not my fault. No, he got his
You
own self
know,
in that situation.
when you hand someone the cheat sheet and they still fail the test, hey, you did all you could.
That part. But yeah, you have friends, they be mad about it. They don't like when you get the attention, all that kind of stuff. And then, I've had that happen multiple times. And I try to be the wall, I try to blend in with the wallpaper. But
It doesn't work.
yeah.
It doesn't. And I don't have any friends like that because if any of my friends were like that, I'd be like, so I didn't realize. I thought this was a party full of grown adults, not crybabies. So if you're gonna be like that, you can leave. And you can go ahead.
Oh yeah, but she was cool as long as I was the non. I didn't try to blossom or anything. Man, when I started wearing my outfits and stuff, and then the guys was paying me attention, she was like, "Ugh, these guys in here is too thirsty for me. Let's go." I drove my own car. You drove your
You
own
can
car.
go.
You not happy? You go.
And why do you keep dragging me everywhere, knowing the result? Trying the same thing multiple times, trying to get a different result is the
Is
product of insanity.
the definition of insanity. Yes.
I couldn't.
Oh, but you know what?
What? Really? But we just started. Huh? No, that don't even. What? Huh? When did that happen?
Yes.
We were just talking about like favorite characters. And that was only like, what, 5 minutes ago?
First love.
Huh?
Everything that's your first love. So, yeah. Like you can have love at first sight and it doesn't have to be another person. It could be anything. It could be
Funny enough, Dakota was like love at first read.
Aww.
Yeah, because the second I read her, like how she described herself, I was like, yes, yeah, I found her. Thank you, God. Yes. So, that was, you know. And she said, if you want to be with me, you got to earn it. I earned it. Yeah.
You got the prize.
Yeah. First place.
All right.
First.
So let's give a shout out to everybody that joined us tonight.
It was so quick.
Yes, we're going to give a shout out to Country Girls. Okay, and then Xander.
I'm trying to keep up with her.
To the ring. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
then
then
we had
RKS Mutual.
RKS Mutual. Woo! Ow! And then we had
see.
Try that name again.
Kai.
You gonna try that one?
We had Kai.
Yes, we had Kai. I'm so sorry. That last name, I'm not good at it.
Because the way you were trying to like pronounce it, I was so about to say Bastruda or something. Like that was gonna be way off.
Kai B.
Kai B.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Good old KB.
And then let me see. Hold on. Xander says, my friend Michael wanted to go to Comic-Con with me and get a girl, but he was afraid of girls. Oh, okay.
Aww.
So every girl I tried to get for him wanted him. I had a girl at the hotel first night and he was sad.
Aww.
Wanted me? Okay. Every girl that he tried to get for him wanted me. Okay.
So
Got you.
my fun tip for this, because I used to be a little shy around the girls that I like, never knew how to approach them, and then next thing I know, they're whisked off by someone else, and I go, oh, dang it, like Swipe of the Fox. Man, not to run off. So don't think of them as. It's gonna sound wild at first. Just bear with me. Don't think of them as females. Just think of them as any odd normal person. Hey, try to visualize them as just, just a potential friend. Like the same way you would with your guy friends. And just try to don't, oh my gosh, you're so pretty. Just, hi, how you doing? How's everything going? Just start talking to them like you would any of your other friends. Not any of your good friends. I don't need you to, hey, what's up, man? Because that, I don't know. I don't know if you want that. But, yeah, definitely having friendly conversations. Try to either push back. Well, no, don't even push back your nerves. Just be honest about it. Just, hey, I'm nervous. And I'm just trying to, which, like we've said in the previous one, the confidence will help.
Here's my trick. If you don't want to reveal that you like somebody, but you want to find out if there's potential, if you shy, only if you shy, because I'm bold. I'll walk right up to you and be like, hey, what's up? Right. I'm bold as hell. I didn't always used to be, but I am now. But if you are shy and you don't want to put yourself out there because you fear rejection, here's my little trick. What you do is you have a bunch of papers. I'm doing right now. Prince of Esca. I can't say the last name, but he's been here before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you have a few pieces of paper, about 10 sheets. That's all you need. And you accidentally bump into the person and then drop the papers. If the person likes you, they will help you pick it up. If they don't like you, they're going to just be like, and walk away. Now, if they help you pick it up, while they down there helping you pick it up, make a little conversation.
Yeah. Or, you could, well, not even like a bunch of papers, anything. You drop any kind of like item, hopefully not your phone, and they go to help you. You good? You okay? They show concern, and it's like, oh, yeah, I'm fine. Because I know what they were saying.
Oh.
I don't approve.
Oh, you have to tell me what that means.
Nope.
Oh.
It's not appropriate.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But hey, outside of that though, hopefully those fun little tips helps your friend out. Let them know to try to approach. Even use their nervousness to their advantage.
Exactly.
Let them know that you're nervous. Because if you want to, you'd let someone know if they were cute. So just let them know about yourself.
And how about if you play guitar, you practice to get good at it, practice your flirt game.
Yeah. Don't try to pick up tips from like an old head. That's not gonna work. But with that being said, thank you everyone for joining us on this wonderful time. It went so fast. Maybe next time I'll just start doing impressions. Anyway, with that being said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and
share
with notifications on so you never miss another fun little upload. There's still that fun little cash app. That's always an option. With that being said, feel free to look at any of my other videos or anyone else's because why not? Night's still young. And yeah, I've been your host. That's been Mama J. You guys are fun people, except for those few. You know who you are. And this has been Box of Topics. Because you never know. It's funny how the music was not going. We didn't even notice what you're gonna get.
Right.
Oh boy. But alrighty, everyone.